We are live, Marcelo Laperti from Cadena 3 Argentina. Walter, ideal score, already qualified. You didn't get any goals against you. Of course, if I ask you for a balance of the first round, you are more than pleased, right? Yes, of course we are. And today we've seen many soccer players that had not played before. We saw almost every player. There are the two keepers that have not yet played. They haven't had any minutes, but we're extremely pleased with the first round. And now comes the next round, and we need to be ready for that. Adriel Rusi for Aire in Santa Fe. This is a team that at the very beginning, despite their game-making ability, up to 15, 20 minutes, it happened almost in every match. You have a better performance in the second half. What explanation do you find to it that you get that performance in the second half than not in the first one? I don't know. I think that the opponent had a very good strategy. They didn't give a lot of spaces. Sometimes it's different to find a way. We asked our soccer players to be patient. I believe that the first goal was great goal, and I was sure that we were going to find it. It was a must win for them, and we actually managed to win anyway. But it's, I think, something that we need to grant to our opponent. Here, Walter, Ariel Fernandez for Memo Newspaper and Mendoza Post. What are the highlights or the strengths that you saw in the match? And what is your assessment of the central forwards and the defense? Well, actually, this is one of our strengths, I believe. I cannot tell you about that because in the pitch you have certain feelings, but we generally like to analyze it the day after. Lautaro, of course, scored 2 goals. We're extremely happy about him, but there are other players that played a great match. And in terms of the defense, there was no doubt in our mind about Germán, Oda, Gonzalo. Nico had already been playing, but we have full confidence in all of our team. We trust every one of the 26 players that we called up, and we're extremely pleased that we won. Fernando Six for Doble Amarilla. For the second consecutive tournament, you've been able to include every one of the field players. So what is your satisfaction as a technical coach of giving minutes to every one of the players? And how is Messi recovering looking at Thursday? We are happy because I believe that's very important for those that do not play and need to go train every day. And I believe that they deserve the opportunity because they are giving their best in every training session. And so we're extremely happy that we could actually see them on the pitch and they won. And about Leo, well, I said it yesterday. We are monitoring it day after day, and we're going to see how he feels. We're going to talk to the doctors. We have several days ahead of us. Now we had a shorter time before the 2 matches, but now there are more days from now to Thursday. Dario Dex for VN Sports. I wanted to congratulate you on the win and the perfect score. 2 short reflections. Lautaro Martínez with 4 goals in 3 games, and Divo Martinez that had not seen any goals. Lautaro is performing greatly. We're extremely happy about him and for him because he actually deserved to score. And in terms of Divo Martinez, that also shows that our team is strong because when he was called to intervene, he had very good saved, and he's extremely happy about that scoreless arc. And I think that goes for the defenders as well. Federico San Roman for Diario Ole. I would like some assessment on the potential opponents of Argentina in the knockouts, well, especially Ecuador and Mexico. Yes, they are different. Well, Ecuador, we had already played against him in one of the latest friendlies. We know them. They have a very capable coach. They are physically strong, and actually, their tactics and techniques have improved a lot. And every one of their players is playing in very good leagues. Should it be them, it's going to be hard. Same as Mexico, that we had to play against during the World Cup. They have different characteristics as to their gameplay, but we'll see. Now we're happy about this. We want to treasure this victory, rest tomorrow, and then focus on Thursday's game.
Acá Walter, Jonathan Fabián para mundialdefondo.com y
Jonathan
Canal 26.
Fabian for
Decía el partido, lo que yo te quería
mundialdefondo.com
preguntar
and
es
Canal 26. You were
qué
talking about the
balance haces
match,
línea por
but I
línea
actually wanted to
futbolístico
ask
de
you
toda la primera fase de los
about
puntos fuertes de
your
la selección argentina.
assessment of the first round and about the strengths of the Argentinian team. Line by line, well, actually, I tend to look at the overall performance. Our team was able to adjust to all conditions from the very first match because the opener is always tough, and it was with Chile, a very strong team, and we managed to um, move to the next round. There were many that had criticized us because there could be modifications, and we actually managed to pull through and show that the team is doing great. We are not looking at line by line. We are very pleased at the overall performance. Walter, Octavio Patrich for Relatores with Víctor Hugo. You do a lot of tactical analysis. So, what do you think of the tactical movement of the team without Leo Messi? At least an early assessment. And what about Garnacho? What did you think of him? Because actually, there was a lot of expectation about him. Okay, let me start by the end. We saw Alejandro Garnacho. It was great that he was a starter today. We discussed that yesterday, that there was that possibility because with every young player, we have high illusions and we hope that they're going to be with the national team for a very long time. Same thing with Valentin as well. We are happy with that. And the other, I'm not used to being here. And we know that when Leo is not here, we need to change our style, but not that much, because Di Maria also has similar characteristics. And, well, we try to adjust. Sometimes it's hard to find the spaces, so we try to change the system as we go. This is something we analyze as we go. Generally, that this is done by Leo, by Scaloni, who is everyone's boss. Sorry, we're not getting the sound from the booth. I would like to ask you what happened with the match and the tactics, Peru's game plan, and regardless of the modifications, what you thought, and in terms of the specific work and how you worked in terms of that. Well, we couldn't do it, but Scaloni was in the preparation for the team. After that, we just tried to execute his game plan. And then in terms of Peru, well, we actually wanted to keep them in their own penalty area or close to their own penalty area so that Di Maria could actually try to get there. Sometimes it's hard when they are all pulled back, when they park the bus, it's hard to find those spaces. But we did find those spaces in the second half, and we were able to open up the game a little bit. It's hard when the other team parks the bus. Walter, good night. Gustavo Los for Radio La Red. You said that you asked them to be patient during the halftime, and they were quicker in the second half. Did you also ask them to be a little bit more dynamic? Yeah, probably to try to pass around the ball a little faster. It was very hot today, so the weather makes it hard, but we did ask them to try to remain positive because they were doing well. And all we need to do was to be a little faster and to find those spaces. And I'm happy that they didn't get upset or frustrated, and they are good at maintaining a positive morale. Sofia Martinez for Urbana Play. You said that Messi is something you're monitoring day after day, but what has he said in terms of how he's feeling or his discomfort? And second, how are you living this team now that you're attending the press conferences and everything, whether you have any time to enjoy or whether it's too intense? As for Leo, he was also in the lockers room. I talked to him and he's getting better, but it's been just a couple of days and it's too early to tell. We want to listen to him and to the doctors day after day. So that's actually beyond us. And in terms of me being here, well, I'm not used to it. I'm trying to do my best here. Along with Pablo and Delatone, we are trying to do our best. And fortunately, as I said, the team has helped us a lot, and we would like
Walter,
to
¿cómo te va?
thank them
Germán
for
Lucero
it.
para RTS Medios, la provincia
Walter
de Santa
Germán
Fe.
Lucero for
Quedan tres
RTS
partidos de
Media in the
Ángel Di
province of
María,
Santa
ya
Fe.
lo
There are
anunció él.
3
Y si
more
bien es cierto que todavía quedan
matches
tres
for
partidos y
Ángel
hay que
Di
disfrutar, ¿qué
María,
valoración pueden
only
hacer
3
de lo que ha
to
significado
go.
su implicancia en todo el
So,
ciclo de la selección argentina,
could you
sobre todo en el
say
tramo
what he
final?
has meant for this cycle of the Argentinian national team, especially at the end? Well, it's sad to see him go because he's a great soccer player, and everyone has said so that we need to enjoy him playing until the very end. And he's feeling well, he's feeling at his best, and even in his training sessions, he's doing great, and we are happy he's happy. I believe that he's enjoying every single day just like us.
Walter, buenas noches. Emiliano Andreoli,
Walter,
Canal 12 de Posadas
good
Misiones.
evening. Emiliano
Te quería
Andrioli
consultar sobre la
from Channel 12
concentración, la Copa
Posadas
América en
Misiones. I
cinco
would like to
seguidas.
ask you
Es una
about the
Copa
concentration
América
here at Copa
sin menospreciar
America.
a los rivales que se entienda,
Do
¿no?
you
Un poco
think that
relajada, digo, con
without
la posibilidad de los jugadores de salir, de disfrutar, de
underestimating
estar con
your
sus familias,
opponents,
¿puede
this is a
ser
little
eso?
bit more laid back because the soccer players have this possibility of going out and being with their family? Can you do that? No. On the contrary, we believe that the family or the fact that they can see their family members is great, not only for them, but also for us. If you can have someone close by, because this is a very long tournament and we think it's right, but that does not mean we're laid back. Is then when they need to play or when they need to train, they need to take it seriously.
Buenas noches, Walter. Radio Morena, Guayaquil, Ecuador.
Good evening, Walter. Radio Morena, Guayaquil, Ecuador.
La Argentina, básicamente teniendo un jugador
Argentina, well, basically having a soccer player like Messi. Do the other soccer players believe that they always need to work around Messi or Messi's gameplay, or if it is another one, is that different? No, of course, we always want to have Leo on our team, but when Leo was not there, we tried to do our best. And I think today we proved that we can also play without him, and the team can fill in for him. Of course, everyone wants Leo to be able to play because he's outstanding. I mean, yeah, everyone knows him, so I don't need to praise him. Ezequiel Suárez here, Compromiso Radio in Dolores, Buenos Aires province. Peru's coach highlighted Argentina's hierarchy. Do you think that you are above the other teams? I believe that we have very good players in our team, but we need to be level-headed and to be aware that all matches are must wins from now on, because regardless of our opponent, they are all going to be tough games. But we do trust our players because they are great soccer players. Thank you very much.